Yo, what's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of December 2018. Sagittarius, you have the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles in the upright, and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So all these twos, it's like, are you guys going back and forth about something? For some of you guys, I feel like maybe it has to do with your love life, and that's interesting because, different parts of the sky mean different things for different signs, and for your sign particularly, your sector of relationship is an area that has to do with more than one of something. So I'm not saying that all Sagittarians are always having these double love life things going on, but there are moments sometimes, Sagittarius, in your life where, maybe you have thought about somebody else, even if you're with somebody already. And, for those of you who are single, you might be going back and forth between two different options. Now, I do see the Four of Wands is in the reverse right at the center of your reading, and typically when that card jumps out of the deck in the upright, that would suggest that everything is on an even keel in your marriage. Well, obviously when the card is in the reverse, it means the adverse. So I'm not saying all Sagittarians are having difficult marriages. I mean, some of you guys have marriage that are perfect. You have a marriage that's perfectly fine and there's no issue. So if that's the case, then this message doesn't apply to you. But for those of you Sagittarians who aren't really feeling that satisfied in your marriage, there's the reason right there. You have the Four of Wands right at the center of your reading, and some of you are in denial. Some of you think everything's all right, but maybe you're just kind of staying in a relationship because it's convenient. Some of you guys really are thinking about somebody else. I mean, you do have all these twos everywhere, and you have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So, that would suggest some kind of imbalance in your relationship. It's like, if you're in a relationship, it's like some of you guys maybe like the person you're with more than they like you, or vice versa. Some of you guys are in a relationship where the person you're with likes you way more than you like them, and potentially, some of you guys might be thinking about somebody else. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's the case for all of you, but for some of you, it definitely is. And there is a possibility of a shift, Sagittarius. There's a full moon on December 22nd, and it has to do with some kind of shift when it comes to some sort of deep union that you have with somebody in your life. So, if you are coupled up, obviously this is probably the person who you share your life with, and this full moon's going to happen on December 22nd. So I'm not saying there's going to be a shift for every Sagittarius who's in a relationship, but there might be a development of some sort. And, if you're single, I'm not guaranteeing that somebody is going to come into your life who you're eventually going to share your life with following the full moon on December 22nd. But, you should make the effort if you are looking for somebody, Sagittarius. And, I feel that this full moon, if you're a single Sagittarius, this full moon might be more about letting that person go, that last person that you were with. You can finally get some closure with that. Now, if you are single, or if you are in a relationship and you have your eye on somebody else, potentially there are a couple good options here for you. I mean, I see a Knight of Chalices here, I see a King of Pentacles here, and I see a King of Chalices. So if you're not familiar with tarot reading, it's not about the gender on the card. A Knight of Chalices could be a man or a woman, but it's definitely somebody who's a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Same with King of Chalices. King of Chalices could be a man or a woman, but it's somebody who's Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. King of Pentacles, same thing, but it's someone who's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So I'd say that, any of the aforementioned are great options for you if you're single. If you're in a relationship that you're, not completely satisfied with, then, potentially a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio might be a good option for you, or maybe a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or, if you are in a relationship and there's no issue, then, some of you guys really might be with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's definitely possible. Or potentially a few of you, a handful of you might be with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, potentially. Now, if this doesn't have to do with your love life, then, these people are in different aspects of your life. So you have the King of Pentacles as your challenge this month, Sagittarius. And, who's the earth sign in your life? Who is the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn who is giving you a bit of a challenge? So, for some of you, that's your significant other. For others of you, this is someone from some other aspect of your life. Maybe your family, maybe your job. And then others of you, with the Knight of Chalices in the reverse, I feel more about, like with the Knight of Chalices, this is like somebody who I'm going to jump back to relationship real quick here. I mean, if you're single, potentially the Knight of Chalices is somebody who maybe that you want to be with. Like the Knight of Chalices is someone who's like that knight in shining armor. So it's like, who's that person who's really charming, who you want to be with, but potentially there's something between you and this person. And if you look at a Knight of Chalices specifically a Knight of Chalices would be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I'm not saying that's the case definitely for all of you, but whoever it is in your life who you want to be with, Sagittarius, and for some reason there's something standing in the way of you being with that person, that's the person right there. And, for some of you, this person is the right person for you, because this position, it's crowning your reading. So that's the position of your destiny, Sagittarius. So it seems that, whoever it is who is like, there's somebody in your life and there's something between you and that person. And it's like you want to be with that person, or some of you want to be with that person. Some of you are meant to be with that particular person, but there's something standing in between you and them. So you just have to figure out how to make the connection, and who knows, maybe after the full moon on December 22nd is the time when it's supposed to happen. So you do have the Two of Pentacles in the upright as your near future card, and that's a great card to have, because that suggests that in the month of December 2018 you guys are going to be really on point when it comes to prioritization, time management, adaptability. You do have the Ten of Wands in the reverse though, and that card would suggest that you guys are going to be really busy in the month of December 2018. So when the Ten of Wands shows up in the upright, that would suggest that you guys are busy. But when the Ten of Wands jumps out of the deck in the reverse, like the way it did here, I mean, you guys are so busy. It's like almost like too much to handle. So, expect a heavy workload in the month of December 2018 for some of you guys. And you have the Two of Swords right above that. And the Two of Swords is one that's like, it's difficult to make a decision. Like there's two options, and you might be going back and forth about two options. And then for others of you, this might be about division. And I'm really seeing that resonating with the full moon on December 22nd. So like I said, I'm not saying it's going to happen for all you guys, but for some of you guys, there really might be some kind of shift there. And I'm not saying all Sagittarians are going to go their separate ways, but it's a possibility for some of you guys, really, with that full moon there. And you have the Two of Swords in the reverse, which would suggest division. And then the card right above that is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And it's interesting in this deck, because the Seven of Wands actually in this deck is a centaur with a crossbow, and that's exactly who you are. So that's interesting how this card jumped out of the deck for your reading particularly. But I'd say with the Seven of Wands in the reverse would suggest competition. So, somewhere in your life you have competition. I feel like for some of you it's with your love life. Potentially maybe you like somebody who, maybe a lot of people like this person, or potentially this person has a lot of options, or, potentially it's vice versa. Maybe you have a lot of options, and maybe there's several people who are competing for you, Sagittarius, and that's, whether you're single or coupled up. Now, your outcome for the month of December 2018 is the Magician card in the upright. So that is a card that says, some of you guys are really talented at what you do. And if it doesn't have to do with you specifically, then this is somebody in your life, Sagittarius. Like, who do you know in your life who's really impressive? Who do you know in your life who is they're really good at what they do, whatever it is that they do? This is somebody who's the life path number one. And if you want to know who it is in your life, Sagittarius, who's life path number one, all you have to do is click on the link that's below the comments section in this video. and it'll take you to a tutorial explanation video where I show you how to use someone's date of birth to get their life path number, and you can find out if there's anybody in your life who's the life path number 1. So, who is this person, Sagittarius? Who in your life is a life path number 1? For some of you, this person might be someone from your love life, or somebody potentially who you're interested in, or for others of you, maybe you work with this person, or for a very select few of you, this is you. So there are a few of you who are the life path number 1, and that's really specific. Obviously, not all Sagittarians are the life path number 1, but somehow this person who's life path number 1, or potentially some sort of very skilled or talented person, might be part of your outcome for the month of December 2018. And on December 31st, Mars is going to shift into a part of the sky that has to do with your love life, and it's going to be there until February 14th. So, some of you guys are going to start really feeling like very impetuous about your love life. You might want to have more passion in your life. And this could also lead to a bit of combativeness. So if you're in a relationship where things are difficult, you could maybe have, some more disputes with, whoever you're with potentially. But on the flip side, this could be also more passion in your life. So it could be one or the other. So Mars is going to transit this area for you from December 31st all the way until February 14th. But I think that's all for this month, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you next year.